Now, each day on this programme, one of our journalists takes a close-up look at a particular section of the show. Today, it's the turn of Katie Spencer. When she's not with us, Katie reports for Sky's technology show Swipe. She's been taking a look at IBC's Future Zone.
What does tomorrow's broadcast world look like? Well, here at the Future Zone, you'll find a fascinating insight into some of the technology which awaits. From amazingly rich examples of image capturing through to new ways of analysing audience demographics, the ideas are impressive. Well, David, you're the man to talk to about what's going on here in the Future Zone. Tell us about what the idea was first about having this area.
Well, the Future Zone is something that's developed over probably 10 years, something like that. It's developed from what we used to call a new technology campus, and it's the opportunity for companies and research organisations to show us what's in the labs at the moment.
We've heard a lot about 4K this year, so 8K is the future, do we think?
Yes, now the Japanese have been, in particular, working on what they call super high vision.
Everyone's reaction has been just wow. People see it and are just incredibly impressed, aren't they? The quality is so much
is fantastic, and of course it will get better.
Let's have a walk around. There are some other areas, aren't there, that are quite exciting?
There are indeed, and if you remember that the rule is no products. So these are ideas. This is disruptive technology. Besides perhaps the excitement of the ultra-high definition TVs, and as you said, 4K is everywhere, one of the problems we're finding is, of course, networks now have to handle a vast amount of data. So this is an example developed by a university in Germany, where they're actually looking at a mobile network and being able to overlay on top of a mobile network a broadcast signal. Interaction, immersion, they really do seem to be sort of the real buzzwords this year. You can't just produce more and more and better content. You've got to provide a whole service, and you've got to provide what people want.
Fresh out of the world's leading research and development labs, much of what's on show will put broadcasters on track to create truly realistic viewing experiences. The low-cost technology being developed by Go HDR, a spin-out from the University of Warwick in Britain, has the potential to make high dynamic range video available and affordable for filmmakers at all levels.
The goal of this is to give the tool to the people who want to try it with HDR and actually experiment with capture footage, try out different things with compression algorithms or quality or post-production, and have it available that they can use for themselves and try it out, because we believe HDR is coming, and the question is, are you ready for it yet?
How we watch TV is changing, and the potential to create a more immersive experience has never been better.
This is an opportunity to design an entirely new television system. This is not just about the number of pixels in the line. This is all about the frame rate of the television system, the colour imagery, the contrast range, the high dynamic range. All these things are things which people have thought about for a long time but never been able to implement.
It may be some time before these ideas come into practice. Nevertheless, this year's IBC has given us a tantalising taste of what tomorrow might have in store.
You're watching IBC TV News. Now, one of the unique features of this event is the programme you're watching now. We've been covering the show for many years from our newsroom here on site. And some of the technology now widely seen in news gathering first appeared in our operation. So who are we and how do we do it? Nazia Mogra explains.
Hello, I'm Nazia Mogra, one of the reporters on the show. Today you've got a special pass. It's access all areas behind the scenes here at IBC TV News. Come on in. Well, this is where it all happens. This is the IBC TV newsroom. Every day the team here produces a 24-minute news show from the conferences and exhibition. Over there you can see Rob, our presenter, working away. And this is Emma, she's one of our reporters. Emma, what are you working on?
Well, I'm working on a story about developments in digital movie making today. So it's about 10:30. We've had a quick morning meeting and had a briefing. So we're not filming till 1, I'm just putting a script together and doing some research, and then we'll be going out to talk to Warner Brothers and the team that made The Hobbit, so it should be exciting.
Lovely, thank you very much, Emma. Now over here is where the social media team sit. They're constantly updating your Facebook and Twitter feeds, keeping you up to date. Now over here is the editorial team. This is Graham, he's been editing the programme for 10 years now. So Graham, what's it like then working on a programme like this?
Well, one of the most interesting things, Naz, over the last 10 years that I've been doing this, is seeing the huge changes in news gathering technology. We've pretty much always been doing this programme in HD and in a tapeless workflow, and now we're wondering whether perhaps in a few more years' time news will be shot in 4K. It could happen here first.
Well, we'll let you get back to work then. Thank you very much. You can watch the show at the main IBC hotels across Amsterdam. You can also get it online and on your mobile. The focus is on multi-platform delivery, made possible through the expertise of our partners Forbidden Foreseen and Digital Rapids. Our camera crews are using the Sony PMW 400 cameras.
Aimed towards the sort of production market, it's a nice affordable shoulder mount camera. Where it takes it above the PMW 350, it's got a 50 megabit codec, really. So what that gives you is a broadcast spec acquisition format.
You shoot just about everything, but one of the, I think, major advantages of this new camera is that it shoots very well in low light conditions, and quite often we'll have to put an ND filter when we're indoors, which we'd never had to do before. So it's a very sensitive and very good camera.
Christy has made this big screen possible. SIS Live helped to transmit the show to those who aren't at IBC. Audio Network provide all the music, and once again, IBC TV News is collaborating with EVS.
EVS is showing again a next step in live production, where not only in sports but also in entertainment and news.
Cards are in, then it's into the edit suite for our reporters. Rob's scripts have been written, his makeup touched up, and in a few seconds it's lights, camera, action.
Thank you, Robbie.
Hello and welcome to IBC TV News Live.
Well, that's a wrap for today. If you'd like to know even more about IBC TV News, then why not visit us here in the Park Foyer next to the Future Zone.
Nazia Mogra reporting on us. You're watching IBC TV News. Now let's see what's coming up in today's conference sessions. First up, the subject is cinema, and the big question is whether new technology matters to filmgoers. The extra cost may not be justified if it doesn't drive sales at the box office. That's at 9 o'clock in the auditorium. In the last of IBC's popular What Caught My Eye sessions, Uwe Kiert of Germany's Audio-Visual Systems will be talking about his favourite products from around the halls, starting at 9:30 in room E102. That's a free-to-all, and so is a session on internet radio and its impact on DAB. That's at 11 in room G102. In the forum, there are two sessions on production technologies. At 11 o'clock, the topic is IP technology in the studio. And that's followed at 1:30 by a look at the latest production tools. At the same time, in the auditorium, the subject is immersive audio. Could we be heading for yet another standards war? Later in the forum, the head of research at Italy's state broadcaster RAI, Dr. Alberto Morello, will be chairing a discussion on video delivery media, a 3:30 start there. Meanwhile, a session that's a must for anyone involved in live outside broadcasts. Producing more with less looks at how the OB production truck can be eliminated by streaming cameras directly back to base. That's at 3:30 in the Emerald Room. Finally, has 2D to 3D conversion finally come of age? It used to be seen as a poor alternative to stereoscopic acquisition, but that could be changing. Find out more in the auditorium at 3:30. Now, one of the highlights of this event is the awards ceremony, where some of the most talented people in the industry are recognised for their achievements. This year, the winner of IBC's top honour was film director Sir Peter Jackson. Graham Bowd watched the presentations.
Sir Peter Jackson was inspired to become a filmmaker when he saw the original version of King Kong. Many years later, he directed the remake. At last night's awards ceremony, he acknowledged IBC's International Honour for Excellence with a message from New Zealand.
I just want to take this opportunity to thank you very, very much for the incredible award. Thank you, IBC.
But this was just as much about the unseen pioneers of broadcast film and IP technology. Among them was some of Jackson's team on The Hobbit. Park Road Post-Production won the Innovation Award for Content Creation, presented by Prince Fahd of Saudi Arabia. The Innovation Award for Content Management went to Ireland's state broadcaster RTE for its file acquisition and server technology. The Japan Commercial Broadcaster Association won the Innovation Award for Content Delivery. And the prize for the best conference paper went to Mike Nee, who wrote about 4K and beyond. It's the work of professionals like this that paves the way for the industry's future.
Graham Bowd at last night's IBC Awards. Well, that's just about all we've got for now. We'll be back with our last programme for this year at the same time tomorrow. Join us then.